Hello. How's it going, my friends? How's it going? Look at where I am. Hopefully my connection's good. We'll see. Look at this. Oh my god. I love these mountains. This looks just like a old Chinese painting, doesn't it? With the trees on top of the mountains like this. So majestic. The river. It's like this jade green color. Oh, I'm glad it comes through on camera. It's so beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna go down to the edge of the river and we can yap for a bit. So I broke away from the crowd. I told everybody where I was, so hopefully they won't be looking for me. But we're on a Chinese bus tour today. I figured I'd introduce you guys to the concept. The good, the bad, the ugly, and how to survive all of it. Because it's very important. I mean, my intention is not to just share the horror stories, which there are some. My intention is also to help you be more prepared. Because I think that's the most important thing. Especially for people like me, who have certain needs. Let's say that. Sensitivities. Yeah. Sound sensitivities, smell sensitivity, basically all senses are sensitive. So I don't want this to come across in any way as like me bashing a certain part of somebody's culture or anything. For me, like, oh my god, wait 1 second. Oh my god, did you see that? Look. Oh my god, I got distracted. You know why? Because these are mushrooms. Holy fuck. This tree is covered in mushrooms. Do you see that? Oh my god. It's so beautiful. They're everywhere. I think they're destroying the tree, actually. Perhaps. That is a lot of mushrooms. That is beautiful. Anyway. We got a little bit distracted. But yeah. So, for me, what I like to do before I go somewhere is I like knowing where we're going, when we're going there. I like knowing all the details. That's what I need in order to stay regulated. I need to know all the details. I need to know where we're going, when, etc. So that's why I wanted to kind of introduce you guys a little bit to what to expect if you end up going on a Chinese bus tour. Everything to expect. Sorry, some people are looking at me. I'm kind of a spectacle over here. So, okay. From start to finish. Okay? If you book a Chinese bus tour, and I mean like one that no foreigners, I mean some foreigners, but if you book like a realistic, real life Chinese bus tour, this is what will happen, okay? You'll get picked up at sometime between 6:30 and 7:30 a.m. So it does leave pretty early. You sometimes transfer buses before you get to your actual bus. And then you get on the bus. And usually if this is talking about like tourist destinations that are out in the mountains, like this. You ride the bus for maybe 1 to 3 hours, maybe 4 sometimes. And 1.5 of those hours, you have an MC, a master of ceremonies, who will stand up at the front of the bus with a microphone, and he will be yapping for, I'd say a solid hour and a half, straight yapping. And it's not just like quiet microphone yap, it is loud microphone yapping, okay? Telling you about what to expect at your destination, asking everybody how their vacation's going, trying to get the energy up, etc., etc. Now, for regular people, well, see, I don't want to say regular people or normal people. For people who are not me, that's no problem. Yeah, fun. We got a master of ceremonies. They're leading us. They're imparting wisdom Um, but then for people like me, the microphone, the screeching of the microphone. I recorded a video clip or a sound bite that I'm going to post on here later to share with you. Just what it sounds like. That, after an hour and a half, is unpleasant. It's unpleasant. So, what I recommend, bring headphones. I mean, earplugs. Yes, bring earplugs. I cannot stress this enough. Even for people who do not have sound sensitivities, bring earplugs. Just a suggestion. And you will have a much better time. Yeah. So, you know what? You know what I did today? I brought earplugs. And you know what? He was yapping for an hour and a half. And I was there and I was like, yeah, I'm having a great time. I'm looking out the window. Nothing wrong. You know why? Because I prepared. Because I knew what my needs were and my sensitivities were, and I accommodated them. Okay, so then you arrive at your one of the destinations. Sometimes you have like 3 or 4 different destinations. So we arrived at a place, it's like an old temple of a smaller ethnic group called the Miao people. They've got really cool headpieces that are made out of silver. I'll show you some pictures in the Discord later. I'm not just saying that and gonna forget later. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. So we saw that. That was fun. We get back on the bus. And then oh my gosh, hi Dom. Welcome, Dom. Dom, look at where we are, Dom. Look at this water. Okay, look at this water. Jade green water. Do you see that? Oh my god. Hi, Hero. I go live as soon as I get into oh no. Sorry, it's EP time for Hero. I know. Okay, look up though. Look up. Oh, the mountains. It's like a Chinese painting. You see that? Oh, it's gonna be so beautiful. We're actually gonna go on a river cruise later. So I broke away from our whole party, the Chinese bus tour, to come over here to this quiet spot. They're going through a museum right now. I'm currently yapping about everything you need to expect if you ever go on a Chinese bus tour. Not in the sense of me complaining about stuff, but it's actually responsible of people like me who have certain sensitivities to take care of themselves. Because like if I don't take care of myself, then my head's gonna be hurting. I'm gonna be a menace to society. I'm gonna be a menace. If my head's hurting, if I'm overstimulated, I'm gonna be a menace to society. So what do? We accommodate our needs, and then we have a great time. Some journeys need more accommodation than others. You said, "Don't worry, I'll use this as a midnight documentary." Oh, sounds good. You'll hear me yap about the Chinese bus tour. Too much super stimulus. Yeah. So bring earplugs. Bring earplugs. I will say this as many times as I need to. You can thank me later. Even if you're somebody without sound sensitivity, bring earplugs. People will be suddenly having a headache and then wondering why. It's like, because someone was screeching into the microphone for the past hour and a half. Like, what? That's why. Didn't look like much leg room. Actually, there was a lot of leg room. Actually, there was, yeah. But it didn't look like that. So what's interesting though is the chairs. The chairs are a little bit smaller. I love the chair. Sometimes on the airplane they got the chairs like that too. So they've got 2 sides on both sides that kind of like hug you. They give you a nice little hug. So you fit, if you're like, and I'm skinny. I'd say I'm kind of skinny. I barely fit my ass in there. I barely fit my American ass in there. So if you're bigger than me, then you might have a hard time. But there was leg room. So yeah, you'll have the microphone guy yapping for a bit, and then you'll hear. Look at this up here. Oh, so beautiful. With a loud microphone. Oh, and then you'll sit down like to drink a specific type of, I would say, wine or beer, like a not very alcoholic beverage. And what they do is they bring it around to you in these different bowls, and they'll pour. So there's like 3 people. One person has a bowl up here, another person has a bowl down here, and then the other person has a bowl down here. You'll drink it, and sometimes it spills in your face. Everybody drinks out of the same bowl though, so I didn't partake. I was like, Dom, did you see what I just? Dom, did you see? Dom, did you see? I was just showcasing. Look at this beautiful tree right here. Look at this beautiful. Isn't she marvelous? I don't know what mushroom this is, but it is quite magical. I know. The entire tree. The entire tree is full of mushrooms. I think the tree might be being killed by the mushroom. I don't know. Maybe it's a symbiotic relationship. I do know that. Oh, fuck me. There's a bug on my arm. Sorry for the profanity. There's a bug on my arm. I'm trying harder to respect nature. Bugs are the last frontier. The last frontier is being okay with bugs. Bugs being on me, bugs being around me. My virgin ear. Oh shit! Did I yell really loud? I'm sorry. Oh, it's because I swore. My bad. Anyway, so. Okay, well, let's see what else to expect. Okay. Have you guys ever seen The Truman Show? So what's interesting is that with Chinese bus tours, they are quite cheap. They're not very expensive. You got a whole day of going out and doing whatever and playing. But why does it cost so little money? Because people are trying to sell you stuff. So the experience is you'll go to a couple of tourist locations, and then you'll go to a museum where they'll give you a huge spiel about traditional Chinese medicine and often like silver. So in this case, it was the Miao people. They're like silver headpieces, and they're quite beautiful. But at the end, there's always the gift shop. They're trying to sell you. So it's interesting too because the MC in the bus, it's his job to sell you things. So he will be yapping. He'll be yapping about all these different snacks. So on the way home, probably for at least 2 hours, he will be yapping about it. He'll be like, "Try this snack. It's so good. It's not too salty. It's so tasty. You need to eat it right now." And they'll pass around little samples, and you gotta eat them. But it reminds me a lot of the Truman Show in that you can see the light leave his eyes a little bit. I'm being honest with you. I mean, people. Last time I went on a bus tour, people were like telling the person like to be quiet and to stop talking because they wanted to sleep. They can't. That's their job. They have to tell you about the products. They have to tell you. I mean, that's part of why the whole thing is so cheap, because they have like sponsorship deals. So you just gotta sit and listen to them yap about the different snacks and and you'll be like, eventually one point you'll be like, no, I'm tired. I don't want to hear any more about what I want to buy. It's not up to you. Am I picking up much Mandarin? I'd say I'm definitely learning. I'm definitely practicing. Yeah.
我跟你们照一
那你好。
张相可不可以？
像拍一个照片吗？
对呀。
好，可以。好。哦，不好意思。
没关系。
下。
好，谢谢。
没关系。
OK， 好，
不客气。
谢谢美女。
Sorry, she wanted to take a photo with me. So, if you do not look like a Chinese person and you come to China, people will ask to take photos with you. So another thing to keep in mind. But hello. We've got another foreigner here. He's from Brazil. He doesn't speak any Chinese, but he does speak some English. So it's funny. I've been talking to him a little bit in Portuguese. The only things I know in Portuguese are tudo bem and obrigada. That's it. But he's very nice, so. But yeah. So one thing I want to talk about is like everybody needs to self-regulate. Everyone needs to, and everybody does it in different ways. So for me, I have a lot of different, I need to know where we're going, I need to know what we're doing, and I need to know when. I need to know all those three things. Some people, they don't need to know that. Some people, like the shushu, the uncles, yeah, the uncles in China, they need to smoke a cigarette. That's all they need. But what are they doing by doing that? They're regulating. We can debate whether that's a healthy mode of regulation or not. How does my aunt regulate? She ensures that everybody has enough food to eat. That's how my aunt regulates. She makes sure that everybody has enough to eat. And she'll ask. She'll be stimming. My husband and I have been talking to each other. We're like, she's stimming again. She's stimming. She'll be, because she'll just say the same thing over and over. She'll be like, okay, we're not going to eat lunch. We're not going to eat lunch. So eat a lot of food now. Make sure you eat breakfast all the way. So you don't eat lunch, because we're not going to eat lunch. And she'll say that like 10 times. That's how she regulates. So my question for you is, how do you regulate? What's your form of regulation? That's one question I want to discuss today. Yeah. So I think that everybody needs different ways. Some people, all of it's concentrated in one thing. For the shushu, it's the cigarettes. For my aunt, she grew up during a time where there was not a lot of food. And so ensuring there's enough food is extremely important. Nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. If your senses are being oversaturated, if it's loud, if it's smoky, if it's hot, if it's etc., it doesn't matter. Because once you've had to go through, near starvation, nothing else matters. But that's not to say that these other forms of self-regulation are not important. I think they're all important. I think every form of self-regulation is equally important. It's just different. People approach it differently. So, yeah, that's my yap. My yap. Let me think about what else. I've took some notes, but the notes are on my phone, so let me think. We'll just walk around and think. We'll look at the scenery. What is it? A willow tree, perhaps? A tree. We're gonna go on the boat later. Boat. So there is quite a lot of people that we traveled with, and so every time we have a little group of people, there's somebody with a speaker. Because there's a lot of people. How are you gonna hear them? You need a speaker. So you'll see over here, they're starting to come down. Here they come. Starting to come down. There's my group. They're all up there. They just finished buying their silver here. We're gonna go on the boat. Yeah, totally valid. And that's something that I've learned over the